Welcome. My name is Peter Strong. I'm a professional psychotherapist based in Boulder, Colorado, USA, and I offer online therapy via Skype. So if you'd like to speak to a therapist online through Skype, then please go to my website and learn more about this online therapy service, and feel free to contact me via the contact page and ask any questions you may have about the online therapy service that I provide. Um, Online psychotherapy is a very good choice if you use Skype. You need to use a video platform like that so you can see each other. Being able to see each other greatly enhances the quality of communication, which is clearly very important for effective psychotherapy. If you can see each other, then there's really no difference at all between online therapy using Skype compared to meeting in person with a psychotherapist. So that is one of the reasons why I recommend that if you are considering speaking with a therapist online, that you make sure that you can do it using Skype. Then it's a very good choice, and it's a very good way of getting non-medical help for the treatment of anxiety and depression. So I work a lot with people suffering from agoraphobia, for example, who can't travel to see a therapist in their office. And so that's one of the advantages, being able to get access to a therapist without leaving home. I also work a great deal with people suffering from some form of driving anxiety or highway driving phobia. Quite a large number of people are not able to drive to see a therapist. Not surprisingly, I also see a lot of people abroad living in areas where they don't have access to a psychotherapist. I also work with people in small communities where you may want the greater privacy offered by online therapy. That's another one of the advantages of speaking to a therapist through Skype. It's very much more confidential and the greater privacy offered. The other advantage of online therapy is that it's generally a lot less expensive when compared to meeting in person, although typically you're not able to get insurance reimbursement for online therapy, and I don't work with insurance companies. I provide a non-medical service. But for many people, they actually prefer not making a medical insurance claim because they prefer not having it on their records. So there are lots of different reasons for seeking private psychotherapy. But the main thing is, whenever you're selecting an online therapist, that you make sure that you ask questions and that you have some sort of guarantee that the quality of psychotherapy is going to be effective for you. So I would never pay up front for online therapy, but I would also not recommend that for in-person therapy either. You want to see results. That's the first important thing. And that's why I choose to offer a satisfaction-based guarantee for all my online therapy services, and there's no upfront fee. If you don't like the therapy, you don't find it useful, then there's no fee. So the style of psychotherapy that I provide online is called mindfulness therapy. And this is a very good way of working with anxiety and depression without resorting to medications. In fact, I really discourage the use of medications because medications are not going to treat the underlying cause of your anxiety or depression. They may be useful on a short-term basis for controlling symptoms, but that's hardly enough. You have to really work on changing the underlying psychological cause of your anxiety or depression or any other form of emotional suffering. So that is the prime focus of mindfulness therapy. It's a way of helping you change the relationship that you have with your emotions. So typically people don't have a conscious relationship with their emotional pain. They usually simply fall into patterns of reactivity where they're trying to push the pain away. In some cases you could even argue that medications are a form of avoidance. We're trying to fix things and not actually heal things. And really, if you want to get long-lasting benefits from psychotherapy, you have to heal the underlying cause. And so healing or transforming that underlying psychological process is what mindfulness therapy is all about. So we build a relationship with our emotions that's conscious, that's based on mindfulness. That means that you're able to sit with your emotions consciously, in fact, to meditate on your emotions, which is very beneficial, and learn how to be with them without becoming reactive, without becoming identified with your emotional pain, without becoming consumed by your anxiety or depression. We have to learn to see the array of reactive thoughts that typically are associated with emotional suffering. So what are those thoughts, and what is your relationship to those thoughts? This is a crucial thing to work on. Again, most people do not have a conscious relationship with their reactive thoughts. They simply become identified with them, and then that simply proliferates reactivity, which in turn feeds the underlying emotional suffering. So we have to learn to sit with thoughts in the same way. We learn to meditate on our thoughts, so we can see the thoughts without becoming identified with them. So learning to develop mindfulness means developing objective consciousness, where you can see thoughts and emotions as objects in the mind, instead of becoming blindly seduced by them, becoming blindly caught up in reactive thoughts and emotional reactivity. You have to develop the right relationship with your emotions if they're going to heal. So that's the first important part of the training that I will teach you during our online therapy sessions together. You have to train to sit with your emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. And the training method is mindfulness meditation. So the way that I teach it, which is quite different than most people in the field, is that you learn to meditate on the mind. That is what is most important, because it is the unexamined emotional reactions and thoughts that are the real cause of your anxiety or depression. So we have to make them conscious. We have to learn to see them consciously. And the best way to do that, to train with them, is to meditate on them. And I will teach you how to do this during our Skype therapy sessions together. It's very effective once you get the idea of how to do this. It's a method that you can start to apply yourself, which is really important. It's what you do between sessions that's important. And again, treatment-based approaches like medications don't give you any kind of tools to work with your mind, and that's not good enough. So my job is to give you tools to work with your emotions to promote healing. And once you practice them, you will see the benefits very quickly. And that's the other feature of mindfulness therapy, is very direct. We don't spend a lot of time analyzing our emotions or talking about them. That has a limited benefit, but it doesn't change anything. We have to get down to the underlying habitual reactions and change things there if we want to recover. So it's very direct, and that's why it's very much faster than conventional talk therapy. So if you'd like to schedule some online therapy sessions with me over Skype, then please contact me and we can find the right time that works for you. I see people worldwide, mostly in the United States, but also in Western Europe and further away, as far away as Australia. So please contact me if you are interested in really healing your emotional suffering by using mindfulness therapy. Thank you.